Minister Nathi MthethwaSA arrived at the ArtCape Theatre Centre in Cape Town in high spirits for the pre-SONA media networking session hosted by GCIS in partnership with the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, MediaMark, Diageo and Heineken. This networking event was all about popularizing the 2023 sport programs and the faces behind these international events. In particular, the 2023 Netball World Cup, amongst others. The program was led by Minister in the Presidency, Mondli Gungubele, and Minister MthethwaSA to outline the benefits and preparations around these international tournaments and World Cups taking place on our shores this year. Sport is a global phenomenon and an integral component of modern society. It teaches values and discipline and has the capacity to touch the lives of all people regardless of gender, age, language, economic and social status, geographic location or cultural differences. It is also a significant part of any nation's culture, leisure time, health, economy and education. Mega sport events that have already taken place in South Africa had a major impact on the country's sport tourism and economy. Minister MthethwaSA acknowledged that the COVID-19 pandemic had a significant socio-economic impact with an estimated 2.8 million job losses between the second and third quarters of 2020. The Economic Reconstruction and Recovery Plan aims to build a new economy and unleash South Africa's true potential. The overarching goal of the plan is to create sustainable, resilient and inclusive economy.
Minister Nathi MthethwaSA.
As part of the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture's contribution to post-COVID-19 recovery strategy and in terms of government's medium to long-term economic growth plan, South Africa is hosting at least 12 approved international sport events in 2023.
Not only the ones we've mentioned here. Our emphasis being on major sports events is by no means an indication of us only focusing on the big sports bodies to the prejudice of other sports. On the contrary,
a defining feature of many of the major sporting events being hosted or major events taking place in the world is that our South African women's sports teams are flying the South African flag extremely high.
With regards to women in sport, the crowning of Banyana Banyana as WAFCON champions, which earned them a slot in this year's FIFA Women's World Cup, became a very welcome game changer for all sport. And Banyana Banyana became a game changer themselves.
The hosting of these international and domestic sport events drives sport tourism and short-term job creation as South Africa welcomes and plays host to scores of teams, officials and supporters. Some of these events are taking place for the very first time in South Africa, or taking place for the first time ever. We've also witnessed how the nation just comes together as one when our teams are participating in such major events. It's a massive year for major events in sport, as we know that any major sporting event can create enthusiasm, excitement, promote social cohesion, and the uptake of sport, which has lasting benefits for the nation's health. We just love how South Africans heed the call to be volunteers at major sporting events. Good luck to all of our citizens who participate in sport, who don the green and gold, who sing our national anthem with such honor, pride, and conviction. The South African nation is behind you.